Let's take a minute to talk about the difference between judgment and discernment. So, when I say try not to judge things, I don't mean you don't decide what's good for your life or what's bad for your life. What I'm saying is that when you judge something, you decide if it's good or bad for the world, and you decide what its intrinsic value is. But what's intrinsic to you might be completely different for somebody else. And when you decide that because to you that thing looks like it doesn't have value or doesn't belong in this world or whatever, you put extreme limitations on that thing and on the way that you understand and view the world. But that thing that you think is terrible or doesn't have a place or whatever is just bad might be the exact thing that somebody else needs. And that thing might be serving them in a way that is incredibly useful and is the only way forward for them in their lives and in this world. Okay? So that's why I don't believe that judgment is a useful thing in the world, generally speaking. There's obviously like a few things, like I don't think I'm ever going to say that certain activities that we talk about a lot online that are very detrimental to people should ever happen. I'm never going to argue that point. But when it comes to like looking at somebody and being like, her hair, that color looks so bad and she should not be trying to wear that color. The fact of the matter is that maybe you think that her goal should be to like look a certain aesthetic because that's going to bring her whatever, or that would bring you whatever. But maybe that color of hair, even though it doesn't match her skin tone and washes her out, makes her feel incredibly empowered and gives her the ability to actually walk around with confidence that day. See what I mean? So the difference between that and being discerning is looking at those things and saying, that may have a purpose in the world, but not in my life. So that's discernment. So for instance, you look at somebody with purple hair and you're like, damn, I really don't want purple hair. But freaking awesome for her that her hair is purple. Right? Do you see the difference there? Like, you're like, I don't want that in my life. I'm happy with my dark brown hair, or like my grays right now. I'm happy with this. I do not judge the fact that other people dye their hair because they don't want the grays. I'm like, damn, good for her. I hope she's walking around feeling fantastic about herself today, just like I am with my grays in my hair. Right? Both things have a place and a purpose. And if you can see that and understand that somebody else having something does not actually reflect on you in any way, shape, or form, then you open up so much in this lifetime for understanding people more deeply and connecting to them more deeply. But as soon as you put a judgment in place, you're telling the person that has that thing or has done that thing that there's something wrong with them and there's something bad about them, and that means that you're building a wall between them and you. And that's not productive. That's not how we build community. That's not how we build a deeper understanding of one another, and that's not how we heal either. And I think most of us, when we look at ourselves on a deeper level and try to figure out why it is that we're judging, judgment is just a defense mechanism put in place for us to feel like we have a sense of safety and control. But the reality is that it really doesn't serve us. It doesn't help us. All it does is like build walls around us and stop us from having true, honest connections with other people.